we hodl, we don't sell it. Oh, yeah.
You have economic freedom with Bitcoin. You have freedom on how you practice your own health.
So today we're hanging out with Edwin from JAN3. This is a company that's built Aqua Wallet and also helps nation-state leaders adopt Bitcoin.
Good to have you here. Yeah, so welcome. Let me show you the main thing, which is the view. Do you drink coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get some cappuccinos, espressos, whatever. And this is the V60. So this is like a Japanese invented way to get coffee, and it's just a 60-degree cone. So you're controlling every variable, like any scientific experiment. You're basically controlling for water temperature, water volume, how many grams of coffee you're putting in, and how fine or how thick the grind is. So that affects the flavors and how fast it brews and all these things. So you have all these variables to try to get the best possible cup out of a specific coffee, and each coffee will have a slightly different recipe to how to brew it.
Oh, so good. This is so good. How much is 65 manzanas?
113 acres.
113 acres? Yeah, man, do a little village. So I literally wrote something up on this today. Why don't we just create our own development where we start living with each other and we use our media and our community to already start the vetting process?
It's kind of a bit in the zeitgeist, the whole Citadel, right? The whole Bitcoin Citadel.
Yeah, it's basic, yes.
So I think it's just, nobody's really built one yet.
This would be much more of an organic thing, like, you know how they're doing Bitcoin City is very centrally planned? There has to be some component of that, but...
Yeah, you need a master plan, but you don't need to build it to spec. So the more long-term, it's a village model, I think, that's more sustainable. Like, people build in their own style and kind of a mix of uses and mix of architectural styles. And we take Bitcoin too. And we hodl, we don't sell it. I've been a Bitcoiner since around 2016, and with all the interesting developments happening in the country, figured it might be interesting to try to Bitcoinize a property. So we have a POS system, we have a Bitcoin treasury, and we've hosted a few Bitcoin events here. And as you know, volcanoes and Bitcoin kind of go well together. So there's a theme there.
I'm not a coffee aficionado, but that was really good. It was cool to see Edwin and his extensive knowledge. It shows that there's more aspects to Bitcoiners than just Bitcoin. And now we're headed to Finca Campobello, where he is building a hotel. And so we're gonna go check that out. Can we do a retreat here?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Now, this is different from the work you do with JAN3 and Aqua Wallet, right? Can you talk a little bit about that work that you do as well? And it seems like two completely different worlds.
Yeah, so it started the other way around. I've been an entrepreneur. I've started a few businesses back in the day. And when the opportunity came to take over the property and fix it up, I did that. It was very different from anything I've been doing. But then came the Bitcoin law, and then came these Bitcoin meetups. And it was actually at the first Max and Stacy meetup. Samson Mao was there. Samson was building a new company called JAN3. And through a friend who was the first person that Samson contacted, he contacted me and said, hey, there's this opportunity, do you want to join JAN3? It was more writing articles originally, but it evolved into more of a full-time marketing job. And now I'm the chief marketing officer at JAN3. And you're right, they're very different worlds, but they do have some commonalities, interestingly. So conceptually, you want to make the product, the hotel, the room, the experience as good as possible, and that gets you referrals. So it's not too different from, let's say, a wallet like Aqua. You want to make it the best as possible, and that increases the referral rate, let's say.
I kind of see Bitcoin now moving towards the social layer. Like, a lot of the technology has been built out. We have layer 2. People are starting to adopt it. And now what's left is the integration of Bitcoin into meat space, into the actual building out a parallel economy and a parallel society. And we got Volcano Energy fueling this conversation. Edwin will be at Adopting Bitcoin. And if you want to see him, if you want to talk to him, I'll be there as well. The whole Sovereignty Studios team. come to Adopting Bitcoin in November. And if you're really serious about working in Bitcoin, check out the Privileged Access Pass. This is going to give you access to all the areas where the speakers are, where the builders are. Use promo code SOFTStudios to get 10% off. This is a conference for builders, for those that are interested in transcending the fiat paradigm. Come in November, hang out with Edwin and I at the conference, and we'll see you there. You could tell that you've put thought into it. Like, it isn't just like your typical Airbnb. Where'd you get this material from?
This is all local wood, but this is Conacaste wood. This is like some of El Salvador's finest wood, but it's hard to get. We're in the middle of 3 volcanoes. So this is the one you hike, this is the one where the government hotel is, and this is the kind of iconic cone volcano. So we're right in the middle of the 3.
Wow.
So
This is unreal. I'm like, we got something to aim for, dude. We need a house like this. Simple but elegant. Nice.
So yeah, that's kind of the story. So my grandfather got it as a farm, as a retirement coffee project. That didn't work out for different reasons. He was a civil engineer who built a lot of infrastructure projects. He helped build one of the biggest hydroelectric dams here in the country. And he was the manager for Texaco in the country. Being a civil engineer, he built some units. They're round and they have a thermal insulation and they're very cozy.
For right now, like,
Yeah.
Longest zip line in El Salvador makes you stand out. Should be good exposure for you, right? Like, I would imagine. How long has that been there?
I just opened like a month ago.
If I remove this and jump off, then you're coming with me.
You think I trust you?
We're building a new restaurant that's about to be launched in a week or two, and just creating it into more of a world-class luxury hotel.
Wow, look at this. This is awesome.
And we have had Bitcoiners come in here, do events. We've had some interesting events here. We did it's called Age of Light with Palestra and Dr. Jack Cruz. And Dr. Cruz is promoting a medical freedoms law, which would basically enshrine within the Constitution guarantees for people.
And this is going to be the shining light. This will be the first country out of 196 countries that gives complete medical freedom to the people of El Salvador.
So, forcing people to take a vaccine and stuff like that, that would not happen under, I believe, under such a law. With Bitcoin as legal tender, I think there's a theme of freedom emerging, I think, and the government has kind of tapped into that. You have economic freedom with Bitcoin, you have freedom on how you practice your own health, how you maintain your health. So I think it's just continuing with the theme, and other fields I'm sure will also be affected. That city, that's Sonsonate, that used to be the capital of the Central American Federation. And yeah, 200 years ago. Over there you see the Cordillera Apaneca y la Coatepeque, just a range of volcanic mountains and a few coffee villages.
I can't even imagine when it's a real sunset out here. Like, just look at that right there, that little...
Yeah, on a clear day, you can see all the way to the ocean from here.